A blessed good morning and good day to everyone from the Caribbean and around the rest of the world. Thank you for being on the call. My name is Maureen Brown and I am from Barbados. I'm your host today. Just a reminder of why we are here. Our founder, Dr. Ruja, has said we are learning today so we can lead tomorrow. What is One Academy? One Academy is an innovative e learning platform covering a broad range of financial topics, including trading, the stock exchange, cryptocurrency, financial analysis, asset management, and more. Our mission is to provide our students with the guidance and educational materials they need to achieve financial literacy. One Academy was developed by finance experts and academics. It is highly structured and easy to understand. You learn at your own pace and can be part of the future of global finance. Since the start of the week, we have adopted a new format of presenting One Academy. We will be we will be presenting level one once again, and our intention is to give you a unique sense of understanding of straightforward facts that you can use immediately to enhance your daily lives as well as promote our core product, One Academy. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat box and they will be answered by our presenters. We want today to be very interactive, so please post your questions, post your comments in the chat box. At the end, we will also allow one or two contributions. We will be making different announcements. I still want to encourage you to take copious notes. The new format will consist of a discussion with Dr. Larry Pereira and those who he will choose to shine in this morning. Dr. Pereira, the call is over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Marine, and of course, a pleasant good morning to all our One Academites within the region and, of course, further afield, wherever in the world that you are at this point in time. It is indeed a pleasure. Of course, once again, it's Friday, the 11th of May, 2018, and yes, the weekend is here once again. And would you believe we've actually covered an entire 4 days so far with the new format of One Academy, and of course, very, very much excited about that. Just to give you some quick news, of course, the price of oil continues. West Texas Intermediate is still hovering at around 70 US dollars a barrel. And of course, Bitcoin is now at 8,778. Before the day is out, it definitely will possibly move again. And of course, Ethereum just under the $600 mark. Well, actually just over the $600 mark. Gold is trading actually still right now at just over $1,300. Very interesting. Actually, gold is actually up because during the week, gold was actually 1,306 US dollars. Now it's actually $1,324. Whenever gold prices go up, it means that the purchasing power of the US dollar actually goes down. So this is a strong indication that the US dollar is going through some major readjustments as it relates from the Federal Reserve. So many things happening in the world of finance this morning. Of course, I want to really single out many of you this morning who are on this call. Today is going to be a nice interactive flow this morning, and I'm going to ask many of you during the flow of this call to make some, much needed contributions as it relates to what impressed you the most during the last couple of days with the One Academy. So I'm going to ask you that question now, and we'll possibly take a few, just about a minute or so. Just keep your comments to at least a minute so that we can get as much persons moving forward with this question. So I want to ask you this question. What impressed you the most during the last couple of days with the One Academy? What is on your mind? But before we do that, I just want to congratulate Oprah from Barbados. I understand her mother passed away a few days now, and she still made the effort to be on these calls every single morning. Oprah, it is indeed and true a pleasure to have you on this call. And of course, my condolences to you in terms of your time of grief. But I'm so happy that you still found the strength to be on this call. So let's continue to ask the question, what are the things that impressed you the most? But before we do that, I need to acknowledge Dr. Alvin Morton. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Pleasant morning, Professor Pereira. I'm very good this morning. Thank God for life, health, strength. All
All right.
faculties in
That is indeed okay. I'm going to start with you first this morning. At least we're going to keep it within a 60-second margin so we can get as much persons in. What impressed you the most during the last couple of days with information that's been shared so far on the Water Academy?
Well, Professor P, I think one of the striking features over the last 4 days, we've covered gold. We've been updated now almost on a daily basis on key components such as oil prices, the price of bitcoins, and I particularly like your comment this morning about the implications with gold moving from 1305, 1306 to 1320 and above. And as we know from those of us who have listened or looked at Mike Maloney's series, gold has always done the accounting for changes in fiat currency. And this business of fiat currency and purchasing power and loss of value and even the education system, I thought that conversation yesterday was powerful as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. A. Dr. Dwayne Kiddies, I know you've been silent yesterday with so many things going on. I know that you are now officially a deal shaker merchant. Good morning to you. I know you're very excited about that, but let's stay within the confines of the question. What impressed you, Mr. Kiddies, for the last couple of days that you would really want to share on the call this morning?
All right, so pleasant morning, Larry. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right, so what impressed me over the last couple of days is the simplicity with which the information has been shared and the grassroots concepts that have been reiterated on the call to be able to teach persons how to be financially literate, how to increase their financial IQ by making choices to stay out of debt. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Mr. Kesby, good morning to you, sir. You've been very much active in the chat box. You've really posted some relevant information. Give me your perspective this morning, Mr. Kesby. You can unmute your mic, sir.
Today, am I being heard?
Loud and clear, sir. It's all yours.
Basically, the entire format impresses me. I would like this format to continue, and my thing is that mortgage discussion we had, that blew me out of the water because a lot of it is directly relatable to me. Right? That is my definitive.
Thank you, sir. Very, very powerful. And I see Cecilia says, from this week's discussion, I started using my slow cooker. Way to go, Cecilia. I had over a year now. She had this cooker over a year now, and she has started saving money and time. I am so elated because of the fact that we have really discussed some really practical tidbits that you can really take and start working with in your life now. Hats off to you. It's very, very important. We have so many other people on the call. Lisa, I don't know if you can unmute your mic all the way from beautiful Barbados. If you can you share your perspective this morning?
Yes, good morning, Larry. Good morning, OneAcademy. I am so blessed to be here this morning because, as you said, everything that we have learned and that we've discussed over the past couple of days have been really and truly inspiring and also mind-opening in terms of what we have, taken for granted for so long. Just the simple fact of going to the bank and getting a loan and thinking that, okay, because we're doing that is going to solve all the problems. But in essence, it just compounds things and puts us in another position, and not a good position at that. So we definitely need to think about the things that we do in terms of loans and hire purchase and so on. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share, and I thank you, Larry, for your input and all of your education that you've shared so far.
Thank you so much, Miss Lisa Green, all the way from beautiful Barbados. Of course, I have on the line as well Jamal. Jamal, good morning to you. Tell me, Jamal, what has impressed you over the last couple of days that you really would love to share with the community this morning, our One Academites? Good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning, and I am super stoked as always. I have a renewed vigor and renewed energy moving forward because here's why. I think we should pay attention to e-commerce. And by the way, good morning, everybody. Forgive my manners. I'm just so excited to be here again, Larry, and
Yes, sir.
thank you for having me on. But
Yes, sir.
I want to urge people to pay close attention to the e-commerce side of things, right? Because this is where a lot of power lies, right? Because take, for example, Alibaba and also Jeff Bezos from Amazon, right? His success came from is coming from the e-commerce side of things, and this is where the world has always, well, has merged into. We're seeing less and less brick and mortar. We're seeing less and less travel services. So I want to say that, focus a lot on the e-commerce side of things because the magic is also in that, well, not also, is really built into the dynamics of that deal shaker system. We have a powerful system moving ahead, and we should really pay close attention to it because Jeff Bezos of Amazon, I believe he just surpassed Bill Gates in terms of wealth, and that was all created from the commerce business that he's involved in. E-commerce is taking over the world, and I'm just happy that the deal shaker is providing that for me in a cryptocurrency way. So that's my little shining this morning.
Awesome, awesome. So most important, e-commerce is transforming the way in which we are now doing business. So e-commerce, based on what Jamal contributed this morning, is in fact something that we must pay attention to. And of course, one of the main components that you can find in our whole One Academy family is the deal shaker. Of course, I haven't seen MT as yet popping in on the call. No, he has had some phone problems. And if he does, we'll definitely ask him to share some of his perspective, known commonly in the community as the deal shaker specialist. All right. We are really active in terms of ensuring that this information can apply in your life with almost immediate effect. And as we move forward, we're going to have more structured content. We're going to have more professionals that we're going to interview on this call so that we can bring the information to you. That's what the One Academy discussions is. That's what the One Academy will continue to do. And it is going to change all of us in terms of us being able as a community to continue to share important information that we need. Of course, I'm going to now put Miss Maureen Brown out of Barbados, who is our host as well, on the spot. Maureen, I want you now to make your contribution and give your perspective with regards to the One Academy. What has impressed upon you for the last couple of days?
Hi, good morning to those I haven't said good morning to already. It's about the practicality, the simple things that were coming, that were being said to us, that we can go out straight away and we can implement. The ability to hear other like minds thinking about these things and encouraging us to be empowered to go and make a difference in our lives as well as those around us. So that was quite practical. And as Jamal said earlier, the e-commerce is the way to go. Every one of us has something that we can put on the deal shaker, I believe, and really ply our trade. So that the new format is very exciting. I like the interaction and I like all that is coming through. Thank you.
Now, Maureen, okay, you're going to stay on the line still. I have a few questions still to ask you. You know, you've been part of the One Academy community for well over 6 to 8 months now, and you yourself have also done level 1, and I think you guys have done level 2 to some extent. What has that done for you when you really look at the content in terms of never having that kind of exposure before and now being exposed to it and really delving into that material? What has the One Academy done for you as it relates to the levels now in terms of going through the material?
It was a transformational experience for me because, as we all know, we aren't taught finance like this in school. And for me, it meant stepping over that barrier that I probably in my own mind, yeah, thought I couldn't get over. So I really, when I did join One Life, it was all about me being able to develop my business skills. And I believe that my business acumen has gone up a little, quite a bit, I would say, in terms of understanding all about investments and what is like. I will always say this. I mean, hearing about a portfolio, I was like, wow, I never knew. I never thought of a portfolio like that in terms of you having a portfolio of different commodities, different things in investment, stuff. And I just, that one freaked me. And then from there, it was like, you mean that we can actually learn how to go on the stock market and trade? I mean, that one blew my mind. So, I mean, the wealth of information, and then the thing that you keep saying, and Alvin Morton has said it, Dwayne has said it over and over. I mean, Chester said it when he was with us. You have all this knowledge, but you have to apply it. So it's really about going out there now that you have the knowledge. Now you're empowered. We have the skills. We have the knowledge. Go and put it into practice and make it real. So it has really caused a lot of transformation in my life. I must say that it's amazing when I look at business now. It's really different. So.
Awesome. Tell me something, Maureen. Give me one thing that you will say now that our One Academites listening to this call can take from what you have experienced thus far with the manuals. Give me one thing, like one concept that stands out in your mind. There's always something that actually stands out when you are learning. What is the one thing? I know there's so many things, but just give us one, because of the interest of time, that really stands out for you.
I think it was capsuled when you said that our real wealth is our time and freedom. So that meant for me that it reminded me of the talents that we all have been given. And that's what, the more we develop ourselves, the more we can go out there and the more we can give, and the more value we can give to the market, the more we will be paid. And that's the thing that stood out for me.
Awesome. That is awesome in terms of our time and freedom. Yes, and on Monday when we started the One Academy discussion format, we really did capture a little bit about your time and your freedom. So true wealth basically is your time and freedom. What you physically have as an asset or wealth is a representation of that. Remember on Monday, for those who have joined us on Monday, we did talk a little bit about that. Mike Maloney talks a little bit about that in the Hidden Secrets of Money. I suggest you go back through over the weekend when you have the time. It really has a lot of information. Another book that was shared by me yesterday, I think would have been The 8 New Rules of Money. I wonder if I could actually pull this up here for you guys to see. The 8 New Rules of Money. It is interesting. This is how the cover actually looks like, with Robert Kiyosaki. It was actually written back in 2009.
We're not seeing it, Larry.
You're not seeing it?
No.
Okay, sorry. Strange enough, back in 2009, when Bitcoin was first created and this whole new technology started, this book was written by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called The Conspiracy of the Rich, The 8 New Rules of Money. I strongly advise you, One Academites, to read this book. It will help you to get a greater perspective, because knowledge is not power unless it is applied. And this helps you to kind of clear that curtain of doubt that we sometimes have in our minds. It's so relevant today. Even though it's been written back in 2009, it is still as relevant today. So we continue our discussion now. Noel Emmanuel Jack, good morning. You have been very much very active in terms of the radio, in terms of getting the word out. What stands out for you in terms of what would you like to share this morning in 60 seconds or less? Well, actually, I'll give you more than 60 seconds, at least 2 minutes, because I really want you to really cement to those listening on this call, Noel, What impresses you the most? What stands out for you right now? Good morning to you, sir. You can actually unmute your mic.
Hi, good morning, Larry. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, sir.
Okay, good morning to all OneAcademites. It's very grateful to be on this call with you all this morning. I haven't been on the call for a while, maybe about past 2 days. But in revision of the importance of financial investments, money-wise investments, diversification, and so on, it's so important for us to really be paying attention, because as you talked there about the yesterday about the rabbit hole and the pill that we should choose, the red pill or the blue pill, the conspiracy of the rich has been very deep and very long. And the 1%ers, the 3%ers, the very wealthy people, we know them, when call their names, have been hiding the truth from us for a long while. And now the opportunity is coming to us, opening our eyes concerning the way finance work, and the importance of learning about finance and how to make wise investments and so on. So I would just like to encourage everyone really and truly to take this learning platform very seriously and be practical with it. Some of us have a lot of coins, thousands of coins and so on. And it's not just about having the coins. It's not just about having the money, but, utilizing it in a wise way, diversifying, because as we look upon the world, there are a lot of changes taking place all over the world as far as the dollar is concerned, as far as finance is concerned. So we need to be very careful and very prudent in our operations. So I'd just like to congratulate you all for taking the program in control and making sure everything runs smoothly, and for all of those who have been committed, blessings to you all. And we want to encourage more people to get on the OneAcademy. Let's big it up more. Let's share it more with our neighbors or friends, because this education will really change lives, right? Concerning the radio program, we want to do the same. We want to big it up and get more people on. Remember, if you share the link to the radio program, you have more people learning, more people coming to our meetings, more people becoming aware of the deal shaker and the practicality of the e-commerce system that Jamal talked about, where the coins can be utilized, to purchase products and services. So blessings to everyone and success to all. Thank you.
Absolutely. And before you go, Noel, could you highlight the radio station for our regional listeners and, of course, international listeners, so that they can tune in? Is the program streamed live?
Right. The program is streamed live on YouTube, and the radio station is WAC Radio. We are Culture Crazy. WAC Radio 90.1 on the FM band, and it's every Monday at 10:05, 10:05 every single Monday, 90.1 FM WAC Radio in Trinidad.
There you have it. 90.5 every Monday, 5 minutes after 10. That's Atlantic Standard Time.
90.1.
90.1 FM. WAC Radio 90.1. All right. And it's streamed live for those who are outside of the Trinidad and Tobago. All right. So you can definitely listen in, because Noel has been doing a fantastic job as it relates to sharing information, because we really do need to share as much more information with every single person, so that we could go out there and make a difference, all right, in terms of changing people. All right. Joy Several. Joy, you have been on this call. You've supported this call for months in, months out. Joy, it's always a privilege to have you on this OneAcademy call. Tell me, Joy, what stands out for you over the last couple of days?
What stood out to me is the professionalism of the presenters. I feel so proud to know that we have people in Trinidad and in the Caribbean, Barbados, who are so well learned in this thing that they can bring this information to us and enlighten us about the banking system, about even the government, the things that are being done, to keep us in bondage, not letting us understand how to spend money, how not to how to save and all that. And we are learning all these things on the One Academy. Shaker, the Gene Shaker is blowing my mind. You know, I tell people about it up to yesterday, telling him about the Gene Shaker. And everyone who I know is a merchant selling something and telling them about the Gene Shaker because of the lack of understanding, because of the way we have been brought through this colonial system of working, working hard for money, working for other people. They can't seem to grasp the concept and they cannot find the time to come on the calls. This is a little bother to me. But I have benefited so much. I have really benefited understanding money, understanding the banking system. This is awesome, and I am so grateful and thankful for you all that you have done your research before you come to present to us. We know that when you are speaking, you know what you are saying. And it is great information that is being shared on this program. And I want to thank you all. This is my contribution.
Joy, thank you so much for that valid contribution. Absolutely. It is indeed an honor to also have so many of you guys on this call. We're going to eventually aim to max out this call at over 100 people because we need to share this information. We need to get people to connect. Whether they have joined this business or not, it is imperative that we share this information out and get people starting to think differently. Right? Plant a seed. You can't, as they say, have a harvest if you don't plant a seed. So we're planting new seeds in our mind so that it can take root. So we now can change. I see Mr. Dwayne Cadiz says that since joining this opportunity, so many options to invest has come his way as compared from before. Fabulous contribution to you, sir. Oprah also said that she's quite new to this whole field, but it is so exciting and she really enjoys being part of this call. Of course, you have definitely demonstrated that. Jamal said there is an old adage, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. In other words, pay very close attention to the deal shaker. The deal shaker can and will put into retirement if done correctly, put you into retirement. E-commerce is not being tested, for it is in fact proven. The magic is the deal shaker. Absolutely. The magic is in the deal shaker. All right. So you need to get on that e-commerce site, create a deal. You know why it's so important? Because the deal shaker One Academites is helping you to just not be a consumer anymore, but to add value. So get something, get a case of water, some coconut oil, toilet paper, anything that is going to be of use. Put it on the deal shaker. The community will buy from you because guess what? The community is going to buy from you first. So this helps you to start this realm of becoming an entrepreneur. And the deal shaker really is important. Thank you so much, Jamal, also for that valid contribution. So many wonderful comments. And of course, Noel for his fabulous contribution and the work that he is doing right now on WAC Radio 90.1 FM every Monday at 10:05 a.m. Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, if you're in Jamaica, it's 9:05. Of course, the time zone that we operate in is Atlantic Standard Time, AST. All right, so you could get the information, support all of those who are making a contribution as it relates to moving forward with this. We have Lizette. Also, Lizette, I'm not sure if you're close to your mic, but what stands out for you, Lizette? If you can actually unmute your mic, share with us just briefly what's on your mind in terms of what has the One Academy done for you for the past couple of days in particular. Lizette?
Yes, good morning to each and every one of you.
Good morning.
What stands out for me is the fact, honestly, I have not been listening every day, but what stands out for me is the fact that when you go purchase a house, the down payment that you need to have for the house, like at least 25 or 30%, that would make a major difference. That is something that I has not really been looking in. So that's basically, and the fact that it has been said so many times, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge, that is what makes the difference. So that's it for me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Seth, for that contribution. We have so many others that I really want to give an opportunity to share what's on your mind. Jamila Beal. Yeah, I don't know if I have the pronunciation correct, but if you're close to your mic, share with us this morning and this community what has been on your mind for the past couple of days with this OneAcademy.
Good morning, everyone. Can you
Good
hear me?
morning to you. Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
All right. Well, for me, for this week, it's most of the knowledge that I got from it was mostly information that I had before, like with the ways to save. It made me realize that ooh, I really do a lot to maintain saving money already as well. New information for me would go back to like the mortgage and higher put more the higher purchase and stuff, mostly because I've never had an experience with it, so I didn't know how much of a trap that was. um, so I was like, okay, that's interesting information. In the case of in in the case of investments and stuff, it started to make me look a little bit more on the books as well. I already started to listen to Hidden Secrets of Money actually as well, and that blew my mind.
Absolutely. That is
Yeah.
fabulous. That is fabulous, Jamila. Thank you so much for your contribution. And of course,
Well,
guys, for if you want to start reading the book and you haven't got the book physical, you could actually go download the book absolutely free on, I think it's on pdfdrive.com, and you can get it free and just download it and start reading. Start it immediately. Do it immediately. Don't wait for a perfect moment. There's never ever going to be a perfect moment because we're going to forget, we're going to get busy, life is going to get into the way, and we are going to forget. Start the process now and read a little piece. If it's just one paragraph every day, when you have more time, you read more. But if you become a serious student to this, life will open up opportunities for you. You will see opportunities that already had existed, but you just could not recognize it. And that's what real education is. Real education allows you to recognize that which is already there, but it's just you have not been trained to see it. You've not been trained to recognize it. So there's opportunity. Despite what you're hearing, there is opportunity for you to make a difference in the world and make it happen for you and your family. And we're happy for that opportunity. Ashley Klein, if you're close to your mic, tell us, sir, what is on your mind, sir, this morning?
Hello,
Good
can you
morning to
hear
you,
me?
sir. Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, all IMAs and One Lifers. It is interesting because I've been on the call for a while, some months now, and this new format, I think it's opening up new ideas and new avenues in your mind because of the discussion, the panel discussion. It's given impetus to what is really going on in the world and the markets and so on. And it's not just theoretical from the One Academy, which also has practical examples. But now the practical examples has come home, especially the discussion of the banks, the mortgage, and as one of the other callers said, in terms of higher purchase and growing your own food. I started that just about a couple weeks ago, and uh, it's interesting because I every morning I look to see the plants grow, and then looking to see when I would reap and when I would cut off from buying things in the market. Right, so it has been enlightening to me, and I enjoy it.
Wonderful, Ashley. You know, as you mentioned that, Ashley, just about a week or two ago, I actually had some food actually cut from, I don't know if you're out of Trinidad, how to explain it. It's something we call moko. It's like a
Yes.
stumpy kind of plantain, if you want to put it that way.
Yep.
And you know, it was so much I had to give it away, right? I gave it away to a lot of people. And you know, when I checked all the weight, it possibly would have been over at least 150 TT dollars worth of food that I got absolutely free, no chemicals. And they said, boy, when you have more, you know, we need the thing tasting good. So there's a certain excitement when you have something that you can share with other people too as well. So food is
Yes.
important. You know, and as Dr. Elizabeth Johnson said, I think last week or early this week actually, where, you know, it's very, very relaxing to, you know, to go out and get a little green meat. It's very therapeutic. So I think it's something that we really need to start.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ashley, for your contribution this morning.
Okay,
Mr.
not a
Dave
problem.
Brito, good morning to you, sir. If you're close to your mic, tell us what's on your mind, sir, on this beautiful Friday morning. Most people love Fridays.
Pleasant good morning to everyone.
Good
You hear
morning to
me?
you, sir. Hearing you loud and clear, sir.
Yes. This one life has taken me on a journey that is very exciting. I am intrigued by the information that has been hidden from us concerning finances, and I am really excited about what is taking place and what is going on with this One Academy and the life-changing effect it's going to have on everyone who grasps the understanding of it. We have been put in a bubble for so long that some of us really don't want to come out of it, and I've engaged talking to a lot of people, and many of them are dumbfounded when I speak to them about the One Academy and what it can do for their life, not only financially but educationally. Because what sense does it make having finances and you have the education to back it up, you know? And I am excited, I am elated. Uh, words failing me right now to know that there's an opportunity out there that we can, if we only grasp at it, there is no limit where we can reach and the lives we can impact. And I just want to
Absolutely.
say to you guys, keep up the good work. I am being informed every day, and I'm trying my best to be on this Zoom chat every day, because every day I'm learning something new, and I'm doing my due diligence, and it's exciting.
Thank you, Dave Brito, for your valid contribution this morning. And this call becomes more relevant when you guys support it, and you guys are definitely supporting it, and it can only grow from strength to strength. We have a couple of minutes remaining. I'm going to ask Mr. Clifton to lip sync. Mr. Clifton, sir, give us your comments this morning as it relates to what's on your mind, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Larry. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. The mic is yours, sir.
Okay. If I might contribute for what this week has been on the One Academy Zoom calls. As you know, I am one of the participants that has been around this call since the earlier days, since this call started. So I have seen IAB's come and IAB's go. This week was a reality check. It was real talk. For example, I had worked for a bank 3 years ago. I resigned, but it is only through the One Academy platform I have come to the conclusion that the average employee of the bank takes a loan to build their own house. Instead of taking a loan, building a house, renting it so that someone else pays the loan, the mortgage. And after they have earned enough, they can take another loan, maybe build a second house, rent it out, and maybe when they take the third loan, they build a house for their own. So the One Academy e-learning makes you aware of when you take a loan, you should benefit from it. It should not be for you to be in depth. So yes, what you say, knowledge is power only when you're able to apply it. And that's why I'm speaking about the 5 levels, knowing about the One Academy e-platform, where the 5th one is that you can maximum benefit from the information we get through this platform. So there have been days that I missed the One Academy Zoom due to internet connections. And believe me, those were my worst day. This is like a vitamin to me in the morning, letting me know that there are many people which I need to give the opportunity to say yes or no. I want to know more about the details. So I encourage each and every one of you on this call, make sure to invite all your loved ones and all other active IMAs. I have been uh, keeping track of the attendees, and this week we had a max. We had 49 guests on the Zoom. So let's get it done and bring it to 100. I thank you, Dr. Larry.
Thank you, sir, for your valid and most meaningful contribution. Clifton Tillipsing has been an anchor in this One Academy from since it has been inceptualized, and it's very, very important to have his input, and as he continued to support the One Academy is very important. I just want to actually read out a few comments before we finally close out this morning's call. It comes from Ruchin. He says that his contribution, the One Academy, is like the key ingredient of our grandma cooking that we love so much, and we tried so many times to cook the same way, whether it's bending the spoon to get it right. What I'm trying to say is, since I joined One Life and the One Academy, the knowledge I gained has opened many doors and had made my living and thinking easy to reach my dreams and goals much easier. The difference is now I know what I'm doing. I understand every breath that I am taking now. That is so powerful, Ruchin. Thank you so much for sharing that. Of course, we fully endorse everything that you've said. Maybe 2 more calls I could probably just squeeze in. Sergio, can you unmute your mic, sir? And tell us what's on your mind as it relates to the One Academy. As we close off, maybe just 2 more calls we might have time to take.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Hearing you loud and clear, sir.
Larry. Good morning, One Academites.
Good morning.
So, where to start? I will try to keep it short and brief. But this week confirmed my suspicions that banks are institutions that will or that are trying to keep us financially dependent. Schools are the tools to support the system. I have learned so much on this platform. I have gained so much knowledge, and I've also come to the conclusion that the television programs that we're watching, people, this is very important because we got to know what kind of information we're feeding our brain. Reason why the television programs we're watching, most of them are just created to keep us in the rat race. It is very important that we try to read books that are knowledgeable, that we can apply in everyday life. Again, knowledge, applied knowledge is power. But we also have to be wary of what kind of knowledge we put in our brain, because not all knowledge is meant to give you a boost in life. And that's it for the contribution. Thank you, Dr. Larry, and it is a pleasure to be on this call.
Thank you, Sergio. I see Lenovo user. You have your hand up. You can actually unmute yourself and add your valid contribution this morning. Looking forward. Good morning to you. Your mic is unmuted. You can go right ahead. All right. That person may not be close to their mic. I'm just going to have time just to maybe do a few more comments, and actually we're going to wind down with Jamal's comment. And he says, fear often keeps us back from making a start in a business venture. So true, Jamal. Entrepreneurship dictates that you must be fearless in making a first step. Take the first step in faith and believe in yourself. Be the change you want to see. Absolutely. Remember, that's Mahatma Gandhi's statement. See the vision in your mind and simply plot a course to move ahead. Small, bite sized moves, and I guarantee you will grow exponentially as a professional entrepreneur. Absolutely, Jamal. Most important, start. Don't try to over rationalize. Start where you are and work and build. You can't build a house without a foundation, and that's really important. Let me see. We have, yes, Dwayne says, yes, there are in fact distractions. There is actually time for one more call, and actually, I'm going to ask Rodney. Rodney, can you come to your mic? I know we wrapped up. We've gone a little more over time, but I just wanted to get as much people to contribute. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am blessed. What says you this morning on this fine Friday?
Well, I just want to say, first of all, thank God for waking me up this morning. Just to give him praise, and to actually join the Zoom calls, and since I've joined this business since last year, uh, roughly, I think last year August. Um, every time we get the information, every time we get new information, and it's so encouraging, when you actually apply, you get the information and you applied what you get, and you're actually seeing things come into pass. It actually excites you, it does something to you, it does something to your psyche, and it's like, yeah, you need to push more, and it's not just about ourselves, because as I said, before we were taught, when you had to find a job, and then you had to save, and then is the institutions where you have to save to. Is like they actually brainwash us to, you had to save in a bank, or you had to save in a credit union. They never taught us, well, you could diversify your portfolio in other ways and means. They didn't really taught us that now. So the information is what really kind of stood out to me now, and it's not, as I said again, it's not just about ourselves. Knowing that we get the opportunity now, and we trying to apply it and share it to the masses. It's not just about ourselves, because sometimes I actually feel as though, you know you just get like a conviction. That's how strong this thing is. This business is so real. You just get like a conviction to share the information, even though it might have some stubborn people that would tell you, yeah, 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 I will listen to you, but in the back of the head, they're saying, nah, I don't want to hear what you're saying. That really makes sense to me. But nevertheless, the information is what really stands out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rodney, and thank you for every single person who made a valid, meaningful, and powerful contribution this morning. Today was the day to share. We're going to continue next week as we further execute more pertinent, powerful information. We talked about the mortgage situation this week. I know that stood out in people's mind. Reducing your consumer debt, cut down on your spending on the outside, your consumer debt, and start creating some value. Use the deal shaker and sell something and make some money in the process. All right. This wraps up my segment this morning. Of course, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Maureen Brown to actually do the official close. Of course, Dr. Alvin Morton, we did appreciate your valid contributions of the past couple of days and look forward to more next week. Of course, our illustrious diamond leaders, Mr. Cordell King James and Mr. Ivan and Michelle Mark, who've made valid contributions this week. And of course, I think Blue Diamond out of Algeria, all right, Africa, Malika, yes, Sana Malika, who actually made some really important contributions. So we are grateful and thankful and looking forward to next week. Use your time wisely over this weekend and put an action plan in place. Thank you so much. Have yourself a super fabulous day. And most importantly, have a bright weekend, promising weekend. I know it's actually going to be Mother's Day on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are on this call, and by extension, the grandmothers, for your contribution as it relates to your family life. Family is everything, guys. All right, so Maureen Brown, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you for such an exciting journey this morning. I am sure everyone was blessed. We are on a journey to becoming knowledgeable and wise investors. We are learning today so we can lead tomorrow. OneAcademy, thank you so much for being on this call. Thank you for making that sacrifice. Thank you for going out there and sharing and continue to share with others. Don't give up the fight. We are going to be even more free than we are now because we are going to apply the knowledge. Again, as Larry said, happy Mother's Day to every one of the mothers on this call, and have a wonderful, beautiful, exciting, productive One Life weekend. This call will now end. Bye-bye.